Hi class, welcome to our Week 10 topic on Information Management 2, the SQL Administration and Manipulation. For this week, the topic objectives is you are expected to administer and manipulate the SQL. The select clause is used to select the data from the database and display it to the user. We have the following syntax. You have to select column, comma, another column, comma, and etc. from table. So example, select first name from student. So to display the table, use the asterisk such as select asterisk from students. To display the certain field without any duplicates, then we use the distinct keyword. Let's say, for example, select distinct first name or F name from students. How about the where clause? Where clause act as the filtering mechanism to specify the certain condition. Example syntax, select column 1, comma, column 2, comma, and then another columns or the field name from table where conditions. So example, select F name, comma, L name from student where city is equal to Kabuyao. How about the AND operator? The AND operator displays a record if the condition separates by AND are true. So example, select column, another column, using or separated by a comma from table where condition and condition number 2 and another condition and another condition. So example, select asterisk from student where F name is equal to 1 and L name is equal to De La Cruz and city is equal to Kabuyao. How about the OR operator? This operator display a records if any or of the conditions separated by OR is true. So, we just need to replace the AND by OR. Example, select asterisk from student where F name is equal to 1 or L name is equal to De La Cruz. So, the query will display the records of the student table of those persons with first name Juan or last name which is equivalent to De La Cruz with any first name, or in the persons of Juan with any last name. Not operator. This operator displays a record if the condition or the conditions are not true. So, following the syntax, select column 1, comma, column 2, comma, another column from table where not condition. Example, select asterisk from student where not L name is equal to De La Cruz. So, this query will display all records from the students table where the last name is not De La Cruz. How about the null value? In a table, is a value appears to the blank. So, to check the null value, we are not supported to use the operators such as the less than, the greater than, equal, and etc. It's not supported in the SQL or structured query language. We have the specialized keywords such as null and is not null. So, for syntax, we have to use the select column 1, comma, column 2, from table where column name is null. So, example, select F name, comma, L name from student where marks is null. So, this query will display the first name and the last name of students from student table where marks is blank or null. How about the second syntax? We have to select column 1, column 2 from table where column name is not null. So example, select F name, comma, L name from table where marks is not null. This program will display the first name and the last name of students from students table where marks is not empty. How about the in operator? It is used to specify the multiple values inside the where clause. So it acts as the short for multiple or. So instead of using the or in the where clause, we need to use the in. Example, select F name, comma, L name from student where city in Cabuyao, comma, Santa Rosa, comma, and then Calamba. So this record will display the first name and the last name of students from Cabuyao, Santa Rosa, and Calamba. So that is how we use the in operator. The between operator will select the particular value with a specified range. So it compulsory to add the beginning and the end value. So select column 1, column 2 from table where column name between value 1 and value 2. So example, select first name or F name, L name from student where marks between 200 and 700. So this program will display the first name and the last name of the students where marks is between the 200 and the 700 marks. Next, we have the alias, which is the process of giving the table or a column a temporary name as it helps when the query is complex. So it increases the readability of the query. This renaming is temporary and the table does not change in the original database, meaning that the table structure does not change. So we can alias a column or a table. So let's say, for example, select column name as alias name from table name. Example, select customer ID as ID, comma, customer name as customer from customers. So this will display a table-like structure with the header ID and customers instead of customer ID and customer name. And then we have the aggregate function, which is a functions where the values of a multiple rows are grouped together as an input in a certain criteria and a single value is returned. So some of the aggregate functions are discussed in the previous course, which is the information management 1. So we have the count, the sum, the average, and the mean and the maximum. So the syntax for this is select the aggregate function name, open and close parentheses. We have the column name as the alias name from table name where conditions. Example, select min, open and close parentheses, marks as list marks from student. So this will identify the minimum value of marks in the student table. How about the group by? Group by is a functionality used to arrange a similar type of data into a group. So for instance, if the column in a table consists of a similar data or value in a different rows, then we can use the group by function to group the data. So the syntax for this is select column names from table name where conditions group by column name. So example of this, select count the student ID, comma, F name from student group by F name. So that will count the number of student ID in the student table. How about having? This clause is used to place the conditions where we need to decide which group will be part of the final results. Also, we can use the aggregate function You cannot use the aggregate functions like sum, count, etc. with the where clause. So, at such situation, we have to use the having condition. So, the syntax for this is the select the column names from table name, where condition, group by column name, having condition. Example, select first name, some marks from students, group by first name, having some marks which is greater than 500. So the program will display the first name and the sum marks of students that are grouped by first name. Next, the order by. This keyword is used to sort the result set in ascending and descending order. So we use the as for ascending and des for descending. So the syntax for this is we have to use the select column, comma, another column, then another column. From table, order by the name of the column, comma, column, and then we need to choose it's either ascending or descending. From this example, or from this syntax, the example is select first name, L name from student, order by first name in descending order. So the first example will display the first name and the last name of the students in descending order. Let's say, for example, from letter Z to A. How about the second example? Select count, student ID, then city from student, group by city, order by count, student ID, and then in descending order. This program will count the number of students in the city from table student, wherein the count and the city is displayed in the descending order because it is sorted in the count student ID in descending order. How about the SQL-like clause? So it is used to compare the values similar values using the wildcard operators. So there are two wildcard operators. We use the percent and the underscore. So the percent represent the 0, 1, or multiple characters. So the underscore represent a single number or a character. These symbols can be used in the combination. So on previous lecture on Information Management 1, we use asterisk instead of percent sign. So, example, we need to find any values that start with 600 in the salary on the given tables on the left side. So, the output were salary like 600%. So, that will display 6,000 because percent is refers to any characters after the 600. So, we have to start the program in using the select asterisk from customers where salary like 600%. So, the second example finds any value that have 50 in any position. 50 in any position. So, example, we have where salary like percent 50 and then asterisk. It's same as the program that we created in our previous course of discussion, which is select asterisk from customers where customer's name like asterisk S asterisk. So that will display the customer's record wherein the customer's name has letter S. In the given example, number 2, where salary like percent 50, and then percent. So this will display the salary of customers with 50. Next, find any values that have 50 in the second and third positions of salary. So the answer is where salary like underscore pertain to the single character 50 and then asterisk. So ibig sabihin po, we have to identify the first character before the 50 and any characters right after the 50. And that is Renju. Next, we have number 4. Find any values that start with 6 and are at least 3 characters in length. So the output would be select asterisk from customers where salary like 6 underscore percent underscore percent. So that will display the characters or the number of values in the salary wherein there is at least 3 characters in length. So we have the length, Nyabi, and Marlene. How about the finding the value that ends with 0? Select salary like percent 0. Again, the percent is any character before 0. So that is the output. Number 6 example, where salary like 9% 0. So this will find any values that have a 9 in the second position and end with a 0. And the last example is we need to find any values in the 4-digit number that start with 8 and end with 0. The reason why we use the select asterisk from customers where salary like 8, 2 underscores, then 0, that will answers the question, find any values in the 4-digit number that start with 8 and end with 0. Hope that this lecture will help you to answer the post test for this week. Thank you and God bless. These are the references.